So a lot has been happening since I last reported and analysed the situation with the 737 MAX, new lawsuits, and of course, as I'm sure you all have heard, the shutdown of production. Things first started when Boeing announced they would give themselves up to the 16th of December in a board meeting to announce whether they would shut down production of the 737 MAX. And that wasn't a lie, as on the 16th of December 2019, Boeing finally announced that production of the 737 MAX airplanes will be temporarily ceased as of January 2020. Let's analyze some of the impacts this will have on the aviation industry. Before we do, just a quick shout out to the Airplane Productions Instagram page. All future latest aviation news updates will be uploaded on the Instagram page more frequently, so do check it out if you haven't already done so. Also, if you are interested in plane spotting, do consider checking out my second channel, the Aviation Flyer channel, by clicking the video card popping now after this video. The Aviation Flyer will be home to all great plane spotting, flight reviews and vlogs, so do consider checking it out if you are interested. Right, back to this analysis. Of course, whenever the production line is paused, job loss is of serious concern. However, Boeing itself announced it will not lay off any workers from the 737 MAX production line. It also announced that it will work with its suppliers to minimize job loss as a result of the temporary pause in production. The reason? Well, Boeing will need to ramp up production of the aircraft type once the groundings are lifted and stored airplanes have been delivered. With over 3,000 still to produce, the 737 MAX is in hot demand, and Boeing would want to deliver airplanes to customers after the groundings with little delays. Boeing has told suppliers that it plans to ramp up to rate 57 after the MAX situation is finally stabilized, up from rate 52 previously before ET302 and rate 42 before the shutdown. It also has plans to further increase production to as much as rate 70 or 70 aircraft a month in the long-term future. This is despite many suppliers expressing doubts, stating that Boeing's ramp-up plans are rather ambitious. Safran CEO, Mr. Philippe Petitcolin, stated, quote, "It is usually recommended to go up by 5 a month every 6 months. Otherwise, you could lose suppliers." Other suppliers, on the other hand, are less than pleased with the shutdown, not least as it means that their financial outlooks will be affected. They themselves have to ramp down their own production lines producing parts for the 737 MAX airplanes. As an example, CFM, a joint venture between the Safran Group and GE Aviation, announced reduction in engine production from 84 currently to just 30 engines a month, which is a 65% reduction. Similar to Boeing, CFM doesn't plan to lay off workers, but rather assign them to other projects within the company, such as production lines of the CFM LEAP 1A engine powering the popular A320neo. That engine has seen huge demand, with CFM expecting to capture a 55% market share of engines powering Airbus's A320neo. Back to the ramp down of LEAP 1B engines, and CFM stated it is harder to ramp production up if the production line completely stops. Thus, they plan to keep production lines for 737 MAX engines running. CFM is one of around 680 suppliers affected by the groundings and is also the sole engine supplier for the 737 MAX. All in all, the decision to temporarily halt the 737 MAX production is a good one, not least as it will allow Boeing to focus on ensuring a smooth and safe return to service of the 400 737 MAX airplanes already in storage today. The company has been working together with the FAA to ensure the safest possible return to service of the MAX. However, the ungrounding date is now slipping further and further into the 2020s, with Iceland Air expecting a return only in May of next year. Still, all this scrutiny by worldwide regulators will help ensure that when the 737 MAX returns to the skies, it will be one of the safest airplanes ever to fly. The airplane productions would also like to wish Boeing all the best in ensuring a safe return to service of its popular single-hour workhorse. What do you think? And in your opinion, when will MAX production resume? Comment below.